Something strange is happening inside the Los Angeles Lakers facility tonight. It's not loud. It's not obvious. It's something you feel before you understand. A tension in the hallways. A silence that doesn't sound like silence. That heavy atmosphere that only shows up when a team is standing right in front of a decision that can rewrite everything. Season, future, legacy. And when this kind of tension appears around the Lakers, history tells us one thing. Something big is coming. Something that can shake the West. Something that can change the direction of the franchise overnight. And because you are here, because you are part of this community, let me say this right now. Turn on notifications. Like this video. And drop your city in the comments so I know where Lakers Nation is watching from. Because what's happening behind those closed doors is not small news. It's not a rumor. It's not something you can ignore and check later. No. This is the type of movement that decides if you compete, or if you collapse, if you chase greatness, or if you waste another year. And from everything that's leaking, everything that's moving, everything insiders are whispering, the Lakers may finally have a real shot at a player they failed to get before. A player they wanted. A player they needed. And maybe, just maybe, the missing piece for this roster. Daniel Gafford. Yes. That Daniel Gafford. The one who became Luka Doncic's favorite partner in Dallas. The big man who turned the Mavericks' interior defense into a wall. The rim runner who made Luka's life easier. The shot blocker who punished mistakes. The presence the Lakers have been missing for too long. But what makes this moment different, what makes the tension real, is that for the first time, Gafford is actually available. Not theoretically. Not in some faraway fantasy. Available in a way he has never been. Because the Dallas Mavericks, after 2 exhausting, emotional, and expensive seasons, are shifting towards something new. A 2026-focused rebuild. Not a full teardown. Luka is still Luka. But a reset around younger pieces, future assets, and flexible contracts. And when a team moves toward the future, veterans with value suddenly become tools to accelerate that future. Gafford is one of those tools. He's on a reasonable deal. He has real production. He has real playoff impact. And he fits exactly the kind of tradable piece a rebuilding team flips for picks and expiring contracts. That alone makes things interesting. But this is where the story becomes serious. Because we cannot pretend Luka and Gafford were special together. During the 2023-25 seasons, their chemistry was elite. Not good. Elite. They helped pull Dallas to the 2024 NBA Finals. Luka would draw 2 defenders. Gafford would slip behind. And the lob was automatic, simple, unstoppable, and deadly. It was a connection that made every defense in the league adjust. The Mavericks discovered a rhythm, a style, a weapon. And for a moment, it looked like Dallas had solved their interior problems for years. But times change. Timelines shift. Luka needs more long-term help. Contract extensions complicate decisions. Picks matter more. And suddenly, a player who used to be untouchable is no longer sacred. And that's where the Lakers step in. Because if you really analyze Gafford, if you take Luka out of the picture, the numbers are still strong. He's not dependent. He's not limited. He's not a system player. He's productive everywhere. Even without Luka creating shots for him, Gafford delivers around 10.3 points, 6.9 rebounds, 1.6 blocks, 66% from the field, and an impressive 80% from the free throw line, rare for a big who plays above the rim. And when you zoom out even further and look at his 2024 season production per 36 minutes, nearly 17 points, 10+ rebounds, almost 3 blocks, you start to understand why people keep comparing him to Rudy Gobert. Not because their styles are identical, but because Gafford creates that same fear, that same hesitation, that same "don't drive here" energy that the Lakers simply do not have right now. The Lakers need rim protection. They need continuity. They need someone who changes shots, not just contests them. And right now, whenever DeAndre Ayton sits, the interior collapses. Opponents get layups, floaters, offensive rebounds. The lane becomes a freeway, and the bench becomes a weakness every team attacks. Jackson Hayes gives effort. Respect to him. He runs, he fights, he hustles. But effort alone doesn't fix structural problems. And effort alone doesn't make guards afraid to enter the paint. Hayes doesn't create fear. He doesn't force adjustments. He doesn't make opposing coaches rethink their rotation. Gafford does. Every single night. And that's why this potential move feels different. Because this time, the Lakers aren't looking for a superstar. They aren't chasing a dream. They aren't trying to force a move just for headlines. They are looking for something they haven't had since Dwight Howard's prime. A bench big man who brings stability, identity, and intensity. A player who gives you automatic defense, automatic energy, and automatic reliability. A player who lets Ayton rest without the entire structure falling apart. And the contract? Perfect. 3 years. $54 million. Not too big. Not too small. Exactly the type of mid-level number that rebuilding teams love to flip for draft compensation. Dallas gets assets that help their long-term plan. The Lakers get a player who helps them win right now. And that phrase, win right now, is the heart of this entire conversation. Because the Lakers are no longer in a develop slowly, experiment, test things window. They are in a no-mistake era. A win-now era. LeBron is chasing the last great chapter of his career. The West is full of elite teams. Denver, Minnesota, OKC, Dallas again, the Clippers still hanging around. And every year wasted is another year you don't get back. This organization cannot afford to be passive. Cannot afford to try things that don't work. Cannot afford to hope the roster magically fixes itself. You need impact. You need presence. You need dominance. That's what Daniel Gafford brings. He doesn't shrink in big moments. He doesn't disappear against physical teams. He doesn't need the ball. He doesn't complain about minutes or touches. He just plays hard, plays high, and changes games through pure force. And adding that kind of player in a moment like this sends a message the league understands very clearly. A message that the Lakers are done waiting. A message that they're tired of watching the same weaknesses repeat over and over. A message that the front office is ready to take control of the narrative. A message that this team wants to compete, really compete, against the giants of the West. And look, this move doesn't guarantee a championship. Nothing does. Injuries exist. Matchups exist. Luck exists. But it gives the Lakers something they deeply lack, a reliable backbone in the paint. A safety net. A structural solution. A defensive identity. And teams with identity always survive longer. They stay steady. They stay focused. They stay dangerous when the playoffs get ugly. And make no mistake, the West will get ugly. Every team is hungry. Every team is powerful. Every team is trying to build something. But only a few teams have the courage to take the risk that changes the season. Only a few are willing to push all their chips forward before February arrives. Only a few recognize that if you wait too long, the window closes quietly, permanently. The Lakers see the window. They feel the pressure. They know the risk of standing still. And that strange tension around the facility? That silence that doesn't sound like silence? That feeling that something heavy is about to be announced? That's the moment right before a franchise takes a swing that defines an era. If the Lakers land Daniel Gafford, the message is simple. The waiting is over. The patience is over. The experiments are over. This franchise wants defense. This franchise wants intensity. This franchise wants dominance. And they want it now. Lakers Nation, drop your city. Like the video. Turn on notifications. Because this story is only beginning. Here's a crucial insight for you. Diving into financial education can significantly elevate your quality of life. In the realm of finance, take the time to explore bonds and stocks, with a special emphasis on real estate investment trusts, REITs. These investments have the potential to generate passive income. Approach this journey with diligence and opt for reputable investment brokerages globally. By doing so, you'll be laying a solid foundation for a more secure and prosperous future.